It's like probably like an hour drive.
Mm, damn. So y'all for real don't like. Damn.
No, we have parties. Just the school don't know about it.
Ah, I see.
It's like they be
Y'all
mad.
low
I hear
key.
like yeah, they get mad.
Y'all low key. So where you guys having these parties at?
Just like people's houses.
Oh.
Like they're not on campus
Oh wait,
or
so
like
do you
in
guys have like
dorms. Like
frats and stuff?
pretty much. Our
Mm.
school doesn't like to call them that, but they're just a
Oh,
frat. They call them a social club, and I'm looking at it
social
like,
club.
yeah, I think it's
I
just a
mean,
frat.
do people live there?
In the houses,
Yeah.
I know for the one my frat uses, yeah, but like
Uh.
it's also just like I guess an apartment basically.
Mm.
Because I
That's
think there's like 5 of them living in there right now.
mm. That's dope. I don't think I'd ever join a frat. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like.
Yeah, it was an interesting process.
Oh really? Yeah, it's a process you have to go through to get in.
Yeah, I mean, you meet a bunch of the people, and then
Mm.
like you do stuff, and I don't really know how to describe it.
Mm.
It's more like if I guess like it's an experience.
Mm. What do you rate your social skill levels?
So, like out of like 10,
Yeah, out of 10.
probably like a 4.
4.
Yeah, they're not the best.
Mm. I mean, you
I
talk to people
mean,
though, right? I mean,
yeah, like I talk to people, but like I just like the initial conversation starting is like
mm.
hard.
Breaking the ice.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard thing to do. Like even for me, like I think when you try to walk up to someone, like you just say hi, you don't really have intention of talking to them. It's like a lot easier, right? You just be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then you keep going on your day. But like when you walk up to someone and try to actually start a conversation,
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
it's a
hard.
lot harder because you're
You just
you're
like
like,
standing there like,
yeah,
what do I say?
exactly. Because you like think about it in your head a lot, you know. I do that
Yeah.
all the time. It's like when I actually want to try to go talk to somebody, it's like, oh frick. I get hella nervous and like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. I think I don't. I think for next year, I applied to UW. I don't know if I applied. I don't know when the other deadlines are for the other schools, but I low-key haven't applied, so I gotta check that. I've only
For
applied to
which
UW.
like which school?
Like for Seattle, I think they are like at the end of the year, right?
Seattle U?
Seattle U, like SPU. Oh, hello. Oh, I think she's getting ready right now, but
Hello?
I think I
What?
think she's I think she's getting ready, and she'll turn camera on soon. Um. Anyways.
Wait, am I missing something? I'm only seeing you.
Oh, you're only seeing me.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else in the meeting.
Oh shoot. Well, she's gonna join soon.
And like I know like sometimes there's like supposed to be like another box, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not seeing that other box.
Oh, I see. I see. It says just like VL.
I was like for me like you
I
know how
think
like
she's
there's the screen
joining.
like there's the screen like right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like my picture up on the top and then
yeah.
yours is right down here.
Oh, mine's like a triangle, like a pyramid.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's weird.
Mm.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Can you guys
Hello,
hear me?
hello. Yep. Hello. This is
Oh,
Van.
okay, so the camera just switches to whoever's talking.
Oh, you can
It's like when she's talking, I can't see you, but when you're talking, I can't see her.
you can change
Are you
the
on your
view.
phone?
Yeah.
That's probably why. I think it's best when you join Zoom on your laptop or your computer. That way, I think it will be more stable for the Zoom, and you'll be able to see all of the participants on the Zoom. But nice to meet you. Sorry for joining a little bit late. I had something earlier to do. What's your name? Sorry, because it says Zoom's user, so I don't know what's your name.
My name's Henry.
Nice to meet you, Henry. My name is Van. Um, And I assume you're at home right now? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just at my house.
Gotcha. How's your day been?
It's been good. It's been very relaxing. How's your day been?
It's been all good. I had work earlier and then meeting now. Yeah. Yeah, did you have any plan today since it's the weekend?
Today, I just went to church. That was it.
Gotcha. And I assume you and Steven are friends?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. And so you guys go to the same school?
Well,
No.
I'll let Henry answer that.
So we played volleyball at the same club, and so that's how like we met, and then we became friends, and then I don't go to the same school as he does, like at all. You go to Garfield, right?
No, I go to Rainier Beach.
You go to Rainier
Well,
Beach?
I go to Seattle Central College, but
Wait, who goes to Is that Derek?
that's Derek. That's Derek.
So I was close, but like not really. But no, I live in Bellevue, so I don't live like super close to him. It's like half an hour.
I see. So you guys just, I guess, like you guys used to go to the same school or something? Is that how you guys know each other?
Basically, I mean, we just played volleyball together.
Gotcha. Like still do or like back then?
Like last year.
Gotcha. I see. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure if Steven already introduced me beforehand, but I can just quickly introduce myself. My name is Van. I'm based in San Jose, California. Currently, I have my background in business management and sales and marketing as well. And aside my main career, I have my business, and I think that's the reason why we're meeting up today. Because I'm not sure if Steven told you, but we are expanding our team, and so we're looking to work with a few people, not necessarily coming from the business background, but people with, I would say, an open mind and also an ambition to do more, maybe a backup plan or develop themselves while still in school or pursuing their main career. But I'm not sure, like, what you currently studying right now?
Business management.
Well, like me then. Is that why you're here today? Because you said
Pretty much. And then Steven did like a good job, like it's like up talking it, I guess.
I see. So are you like planning to start your own business one day or something?
Oh, like eventually, it's like one of my options. I'm not like entirely sure, but like I'm trying to keep it open.
I see. But why you chose business? I'm curious.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
Why business for you?
I guess like universal appliance would be the word I would use, because like everything needs a bit like business skills, I guess would be what I thought of. Like no matter what I choose to do, like I'm going to like use a business degree if I go there. Cause like if I chose to like specialize in like accounting or something, and I don't end up being an accountant, then the accounting degree was kind of useless. But like if I specialize in like I guess general business, then like I'm gonna use that no matter what.
Gotcha. So it's more of like like a versatile option.
Yeah.
I see. So you were not really thinking about starting a business then?
No, but it's like something I'm like very open to doing.
Gotcha. I think maybe you're moving around right now. Do you think you can, I guess, like settle down
Yeah.
so it's easier? I see. Reason why I'm asking is because, like I said, I'm not looking for people with experience. Because I think at this point, you guys are very young to really have experience in business, or even if you don't, that's fine. Or we don't look for people who, I guess, like actively looking to start a business either. Because before I started my business, I actually started, or not started, but I was majoring in nursing. And my original path was to become a nurse. And it had nothing to do with business. And matter of fact, a lot of people I'm working with right now, they're coming from different backgrounds. There are people doing CS, engineering, IT. Some of them are healthcare professionals. And so they have nothing to do with business, but they still choose to start their own side hustle as a backup plan. And so I think, it doesn't have to be business major or you wanting to start a business one day, I would say, in order to, I guess, learn something new right now. But I'm just curious for you specifically, what made you want to meet up today? Like, what did you hear from Stephen? No one that made you want to be here today?
Well, Steven basically said that, like, I guess, like, doing, like, the business, like, helped him, like, set, like, what he wants to do in life, like, figure that out, and, like, kind of, like, get a plan going, which is something, like, I also need, like, because currently I don't really have, like, an end goal, I guess. I'm kind of just, like, here. So, like, I'm trying to, like, get that figured out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, but then why business though? If you still haven't figured out a plan, why you still want to learn more about business?
I guess I kind of just, like, thought that, like, business would have been, like, I guess the easiest option to go into.
Why do you think business is the easiest option?
I'm not really sure why, to be honest. I just kind of, like, I guess this is kind of how I thought about it.
Mm, okay. Um, I think business or CS, healthcare, law, engineering. I think any major. I don't think they are easier than the others. I think it takes the same amount of work in order for you to be a high achievers in any of those fields. If you just, I guess, expect to be an average, just pass a class, get the associate, get the bachelor at the regular school, land at a regular job, then sure, you don't need to put in a lot of work. But I think any major, any career you pick, including business, if you want to be the top 1%, if you want to be the overachievers, then they all take a lot of work. Yeah. And I think you right now you're 17 or 18?
I'm 18.
18, okay. I think this is like a very typical uh, feeling for people your age, which is you're unsure of what you want to do. Because I think at 18 and having to make that decision as for what to do for the rest of your life is one of the most unfair decisions because you don't have that many reference points of what is available out there. And most of the time, I hear from people the reason why they choose a major, let's say engineer or accounting or nursing or whatnot, is because of their parents' influence. It's either their dad is doing that or their mom is doing it or their relative or somebody that they know in the family. It could be their friends too that told them, oh, it's a good career. You make good money over there. You have a lot of benefit from the government if you work there. So a lot of time, like, we choose a major not because we know exactly how that major will look like when we graduate, how that job will look like exactly, but we just heard from other people that we know, which is our family. And so, let me ask you, what do your parents do right now?
My mom does human resources, and then my dad is an IT manager.
Okay. And you don't like neither of those fields?
Not really.
You see, fair enough. Okay. Mm, For me back then, just a little background story about myself. I started as a nursing student. Reason being was not that I loved nursing or anything. I like being a nurse. I like taking care of people, but also I did the process of elimination. I look around at the other options. I was like, I don't like the other STEM subjects like chem or um, physics that much. I don't like tech that much either. I enjoy biology and I like taking care of people. So another thing is nursing healthcare makes money. That's what I was told. So I was like, let me do nursing. It's the best option, but it's better than the other options. So that's why I committed to nursing. I'm not sure if you heard of University of California called Davis. It's in Cali, so it's the equivalent of like UW in Seattle for you guys. And so I got a full ride scholarship there. And I went there for about 2 years. And in my first 2 years, I didn't wait to, graduate to eventually start working. But in my first 2 years at Davis, I started working a lot of different uh, positions within my field, like internships. I work with kids with autism. I work with older people with dementia. I try to like what's it called? Shadow CNA and RN in the hospital too. And then there was a point where I worked as an assistant for a PhD student doing research like translating RNA to DNA, microscopic work in the lab. And so the reason I did all those things was because I knew the field I chose was very broad. And it just as any other field, right? Like IT, there's a lot of things you could do within IT. You could be an IT tech, you could be an IT consultant, you could be like working in an office, you could work from home, or engineering. There's like aerospace, there's like chemical, there's so many different things within the field. So for my case, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with the nursing or within healthcare. So that's why I try a lot of different things when I was in my first and second year in college. And so guess what? When I tried those things, I realized that I was okay with, doing those jobs or those internship. But if someone asked me to, if I see myself doing, that specific job for the rest of my life, I was like, no. And that's when I knew that it's not about the job. It's not about the field anymore. Because what I didn't like was having to do the same thing. Let's say, 10, 12-hour shift and doing that for like 60 hours a week, doing it for 50 weeks a year and have 2 weeks of vacation off and repeat it for the next, 40, 50 years until I'm 65 years old. That's what I didn't like. And so I knew that was the biggest realization before I turned 20. That was 19. That's when I knew that if I go change my major right now, I could make more money. I don't know, maybe in a different, field other than healthcare, maybe in tech. I don't know. I could make more money, but at the end of the day, I would still have to live that same lifestyle of an employee, which is getting told when to take my lunch break, when to clock in, when to clock out, when I have to wake up, when I can get a day off, when I can see my family. So that's when I started to become a little bit more open towards new things. Because you know how people, when they go to school and when they pick a major, their mind is all revolving around their major. They just go to the meetings, they just talk to people, study the same major like them, go to events that related to that major. So for me, when I realized that I didn't like to just be working my whole life, and I didn't have an idea about, starting business or whatnot. Matter of fact, never thought about starting a business. I hated business back in the day because I thought it was so much work. But then in my mind, I was just like, I don't know what else I'm going to do besides nursing. But maybe there are people out there who know something or they know someone who knows something. So I started to talk to more people around me. I don't just go to class and take notes and leave anymore. I started to make conversations with people, try to make connection. And I went to so many different events as well, networking events, just so that I was just hoping I would find, you know, an opportunity or somebody who knows something. But then eventually, when I did that for a while, but eventually I think God, listened to my prayer. I got the chance to attend this one entrepreneurial event, and I heard a speaker talking about their mentor. I didn't know who that was at the time. I just simply thought that's a very successful entrepreneur, uh, who became financially free in his early 20s. But little did I know, later, that person, now he's my mentor for the past 3 years. But the one story that I listened to that day that changed my life forever was this one guy, 19 years old, while going to school full time and working full time as well, 60 hours a week to support himself because his family was very broke. 9 to 5 was school and working. From 5 to 9, instead of doing the things people his age would do, and you name it, right? Video game, going out with the boys, Netflix and chill, going on dates. I don't know, you name it, like dumb scroll, TikTok, whatever. He wasn't doing none of that. From 5 to 9, he was working on his future. He was reading books, listening to audio to develop his mindset. He was associating himself with people ahead of him. He was learning how to put together a business that did not require him to quit his job or quit school. And so, being on the grind like that for about 2 to 3 years, at 22 years old, he officially retired from his full-time job because now the business income was more than the full-time job income. And when I heard that part, I was just like what? Because 22 is the age that I would have started to work full-time if I was to follow my original path, going to college and graduate at the bachelor. But somehow out there's somebody at 22 that walk away from the workforce. And what impressed me even more was 3 years later, 25 years old, he retired his mom. She became a full-time mom at 45 years old, not having to go to work at 45 by choice, not by government. At 27, he retires dad. And so it's just that story that one day 3 years ago that I listened to at an event that changed my life forever. Because after that, in my mind, I was like, I honestly don't care what this guy did or what he's doing. I don't know if it's business or whatever, even though I didn't like business, but I told myself, as long as it's legal and it's ethical, I want to learn because I want to have the life that my mentor has. And so the rest of that story is pretty much just how I work on myself and work my way up to really earn that mentorship, that trust, to be able to work alongside him. And so it's been, looking back, time flew, but it's been about 3 years now that I've been under his guidance and getting a lot of help from him, not just for business, but also for my life. And so I'm very proud to say that because of that, one decision I made, right now, I'm still finishing up my school and also working. But within the next 3 years, I will be able to help my mom to retire and do the same for myself after that. Yeah, but that's my story of how I started. I think you were talking to somebody. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. My mom just walked in.
Okay. Yeah, that's happened a lot, especially in Asian household, I guess. Yeah, but I think for today meeting, I don't want to make it too formal, and I also don't think it's gonna be anything much about business. I just want to have a casual conversation with you because sounds like you still don't know what you want to do yet, and I don't think it makes sense to just get into business because I think if anything, business is much harder than being an employee, being a business owner, because you don't get paid by hours anymore. But as a business owner, you get paid by your performance. Because let's say if you go to work, are you working right now?
Not currently.
Have you worked before?
A bit.
Okay. So as an employee, let's say you work at a boba store, even if the store is super slow that day, there's no customer, you still get paid for showing up. You get paid by hourly, you get paid by wages. But as a business owner, they gotta figure out the way so that customer come in, attract more customers. So they don't get paid by hours like you. As a business owner, they get paid by that figure it out mentality. Do whatever it takes in order to make the business running. And so I think if anything, business is actually harder than you applying for a job, right? Because when you go for a job, people give you instruction. They train you for the job. You don't really have to think. You just follow order, right? And so I don't think it be benefit you to talk about business if you're still unsure what you want to do yet. But maybe I'm just curious, and this is something that my mentor asked me the first time we met as well. And I asked this question to everybody. But for you, have you ever thought about how you see yourself like living maybe in the next 5, 10 years?
I mean, not like super hard. I mean, I just kind of like don't really think about that too much, to be honest.
Okay. Reason why I'm asking this question is because I think whether it's business or being an engineer, being a doctor, being a lawyer, that is not the end goal, and it should not be the end goal because what's next after, let's say, you get your dream job? And I know you don't have one either right now, but let's say if you have a dream job, let's say you know what you want to do, but then what's gonna happen next? Because I think for our generation, we we speak the language of dream job and passion, do what we love. But the question is, let's say after you become, let's say, a firefighter, that dream job that you have, you become a singer, you become, I don't know, an artist, you become an engineer, you make a lot of money. But then what's next after that? And that's the question my mentor asked me. Because back then, my only goal of becoming a nurse was I wanted to make good money so I could take care of my family and I could live a good life. That's what I wanted. But he asked me, what's next after you make a lot of money? And that's when I got frozen. And then he told me this. Yes, money is important, but do you think money buys you happiness? Do you think so?
Well, I kind of think like you need like a baseline amount, but then like, cause like you need like a house, like food and stuff, but then like after that, it does not.
Okay, so let me ask you, for example, okay? Let's say if you got a job offer, for example, if you study, you become a doctor, and being a doctor, you can get paid 150K a year. It's a lot of money, huh? But let's say in order for you to get paid that much, you have to always show up for your patients, and including the days where, I don't know, I'm not saying this as unfortunate things to happen to your family, but things happen, right? Let's say later on your parents get older. There are the days where they are in the hospital, they get to the ER room. But that day, you also need to take care of your patients in the ER room. Would you pick to go with your mom or your dad, or would you pick your job to go with your patients?
I would go with my parents.
Okay. Another example, let's say it's not them going to the hospital, but let's say it's their birthday. But then again, you have work that day. So would you prefer to be at home, or would you want to stay at work?
I mean, I'd rather be at home with my family.
But the problem is you get paid to be there for your patients. So you see my point here? Because the two examples I just gave you, you have a very consistent answer of you want to be there for your family. And so doesn't it mean that, yes, money is important, but it's not as important as our family?
Yeah.
And it's not as important as the time with our family and their health? Because money, you can always make it back. But time and health are the two commodities that once you lose them, you will never get them back. How old are your parents right now, let me ask?
They don't like telling me how old they are.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. So my mom's
You
like,
don't know
I
their
ask
birthday?
her and she's like, old. I'm like, oh, okay.
But you don't know their birthday?
I mean, I know the day, I don't know the year though.
Really? But I
I
assume
think
probably
they're
if they're
around 50.
okay.
That
Reason
sounds
why
about right.
I'm asking is because whatever health condition that your parents are in right now, when they're 50, it won't be the same by next year. Especially older people. When they get older, their health goes down very fast. It decelerates much faster than the younger person's body like ours. So 10 years from now, think about it, Henry. You're 17, right? 18. 10 years from now, you'll be almost in your 30s, your late 20s. Your parents' health will not be the same anymore. And so you see how once health and time goes by, they gone. So, and I think not just you, but a lot of people, they have the same answer, which is they agree time and health are more important than money. But the funny thing was, if you slow down, you look at everybody around you, including yourself, everybody is actively trading their time and health every single day to make money by going to a job, by studying so hard in school to get a degree, to later apply for a job. Yeah. And I'm talking about these things with you is because I think you're very lost with what you want to do. Not because you don't have a passion for a career, but because you don't know how you want to live. You don't know what is your dream lifestyle. Not right now. 5, 10, 15 years from now. Because if you just think about, oh, I want a job that could pay me enough money, then my question is, how much is enough? Because the word is enough is different for everybody. Let's say enough for you is just taking care of yourself, pay for your food, pay for your expense, pay for your rent, pay for insurance. Not traveling much, maybe just stay within Seattle, Washington, I don't know. Enough for me is I need to take care of my mom. I need to retire her. So whatever income that she's making right now, I need to make the same amount. I need to retire my dad. I need to buy a house for them. I need to not just have them stay in San Jose, Cali only. I want them to go to Vietnam more than once a year, 2 times a year. I want them to travel in one Asian country once a year. I want myself to travel at least once a year to a different country before I turn 30. And after that, it's going to be 3 countries a year. So it's not enough for me. It's a lot. But enough for you may be different. I don't know. Enough for Steven may be different. I don't know. So when you say the word enough, it's very general. And so now, here's the problem. When you're not being specific with what you want, when I say the word specific, it means it has some number in there, then it's very easy to say, oh, I want to pick this job. I want to pick this major because I like studying it. I like the subject. I like, computers. So I choose CS. And that's what you hear from your friends. I choose CS because, my dad do it and makes a lot of money. And I'm good with computer. Or I choose nursing because I love taking care of people. I choose education because I love kids. I want to be a teacher. Like a lot of time you see people, they choose something just because I like doing something. But they never put in the factors of who are you taking care of 5, 10 years from now? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of house you want to live? Because what if that dream job that you like, it doesn't provide a life that you want? Like, will you still follow that dream job? Like,
Probably not.
yeah, but this is something that people don't question themselves, and you don't question yourself either. That's why you feel lost right now as to what you want to do. Because do I enjoy studying nursing do I enjoy studying nursing more than studying a business? Yes, I do. I think it's less work for me if I was just being a regular student right now. Go to school, work a part-time job, go home, watch movie, drink boba, hang out with my friends. Being a regular person, like a regular college student, is much easier than what I'm doing right now. Because I still go to school, I still go to work, and I run the business on the side. So I use the time that instead of watching Netflix, instead of going shopping, to build a business. Because I know my goal isn't to work forever. So that's why I'm building a business right now so that a few years from now, I can retire my mom using the business. I can retire myself using the business. And so I'm sharing this is because I think when you're not clear with what you want yet, the life that you want to live, it's going to be hard for you to determine which career is the best option. It's like right now, you're trying to pick a vehicle without knowing where you're going to. So let's say, how do you get from home to school, Henry? By which vehicle?
I use a car.
A car? What about, let's say, if you were to travel from Seattle to California? Which vehicle would be best for you?
Probably a plane.
Why don't you drive?
Because it takes like a long time.
Okay. So then why do you pick the car to school then? Why don't you?
Because it doesn't take as long.
Okay. So isn't it true that there are different vehicles going to the same destination? Because from Seattle to California, you can drive, you can take the plane, you can bike, you can take the train, you can even walk. But you know that flying is the best option. So in order for you, so is that true that in order for you to know which one is the best vehicle, you need to figure out your destination first. You need to know where you're going. And you need to know the deadline. Because let's say if you know that I need to be in California like by tomorrow morning, there's no way you can drive because it's like a 15-hour drive. You have to fly. So and here's the problem. Most of us, 99% of people right now, they don't know this place, this destination. They don't know what is the lifestyle they want yet. 5, 10 years, 15 years from now, what kind of person they want to become, like what kind of family, marriage they want to have, what kind of house they want to live in, what kinds of dream car they have, where they want to travel, how often they want to travel. That's called lifestyle. That's called the destination. They don't know how they want to live life yet, but they're already committed to a vehicle, which is school, work, a job. But the question is, I gave you earlier, right? If the job pay you a lot of money, but in return you're gonna trade all your time for that job, and you're gonna miss your parents' birthday, you're gonna miss your nieces, your nephew graduation. You're gonna say yes to go to work even when you're tired and sick. Do you want that? And you say no. So you see how what you want versus the vehicle you're picking, they are like mismatched right now.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people, like including our parents, my parents, they divorced. But some people, they don't divorce. They stick together, but they're not happy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They sit at the dinner table and they don't talk. Or the moment they talk, they start fighting. They nitpick on the smallest little thing the partner say. Because you know why? Not because they are a rude or a bad partner. I used to think that my dad was a bad husband because, or my mom was a bad wife because every single time my dad said something, she always yelled at him, like put him down. Like she had a lot of anger issue with my dad. Or my dad would be, somebody that had a lot of trust issue. So he will always question my mom whenever she goes out. And I thought both of them had problems with, who they are on the inside. But as I grew older, I realized that it's not that they don't love each other, but they were too stressed out from work. They were too stressed out from, making ends meet. So the moment they get home, all of their mental energy and physical energy was already gone. They spend the most productive time of their day for their boss. So when they get home, they lose that patience for each other. They don't have that energy to learn how to work or how to talk, communicate with their partner. And you see that in a lot of family. I'm not sure if it's the case for your family, but you see that happening in a lot of family. And that's why, marriages break down. People divorce after years of staying together, or people, they cheat. And I used to think maybe it's true that people have character problems. Some cases people have character problems. That's why they cheat on their partner. But also, I think the reason why people cheat is because they don't feel fulfilled in the relationship. But again, if you dig deeper, the reason why people don't feel fulfilled is because they don't know how to learn about the other person. Maybe they don't have time. Maybe they don't have the energy. Maybe nobody teach them the soft skills, like how to clarify, how to communicate, how to speak up, how to, have that mentality of working things out. Because these are the things that school don't teach us. That's why you see people, they take communication class, they take like English writing class, and they pass those classes with an A, but still, they go home and they don't know how to talk to their parents. They don't have a good conversation with their sibling. Or people that take statistics, they take calculus, they are straight A students, but they don't have a good budget. They don't have any financial goal for the future. So a lot of things that we learn in school, they are not applicable in life. And those are the soft skills that I was talking about with you. Yeah. But coming back to the point that I was talking about earlier is I think for you right now, maybe you should take some time to really think about that question I was asking you earlier, which is how do you see yourself living in the next, 5, 10, 15 years down the road? And of course, it's going to take some time to really figure that out because, like I said, you really don't know what you want until you see what you can have. And that was my case. I never thought of retiring my mom one day or even me myself become a full-time KID, a full-time kid instead of a full-time employee. I never thought that was possible until I saw someone else did it in their 20s. And so this is something that maybe it will take some time for you to collect more reference points, listening to more stories, and doing more research about the careers that you thinking about. Because I think right now, when young people like us, we look at a career. But let me ask you, what is the one factor that you look at first when you
Money.
evaluate money, right? The income. That's everybody. But that's why I asked you that question earlier. If you could pay 150K or even more, but in return you're gonna miss your mom's birthday, you're gonna have to say no to your mom even when she's in the hospital to, make that income. You don't want that, right? So I think happiness, it consists more than just money. It's time. It's the peace of mind. It's being able to be there, show up mentally, physically, financially for your loved ones when they need you. It's being able to control your time, the freedom of choices. I think these are the things that, as a 17, 18, you probably don't think about because your family, your parents are still taking care of that. You don't have to deal with any financial responsibility right now to really think much about it. But this will come one day. 5, 10 years from now, you're not 17, 18 anymore. Your parents will probably start asking you to pay for them. I don't know. But these are the things that will happen in the future. And your parents will never tell you to think about these things right now. Not your school counselor, not your teacher, not your friends. Nobody will tell you to think about these things. And that's why you see a lot of people, if you know anybody, maybe family, you see them in their, mid-20s or early 30s. And you always see them like burned out, like after their job. They go home and just want to stay at home. They don't want to go party or go out anymore because they're so tired. They just have time to just, go watch a movie on Netflix, eat dinner, and they yearn. They look forward to Friday so they could party the weekend away or they could just sleep in. And Monday start, repeat the same cycle. And they do that for like 30, 40 years of their life until they retired. Yeah. So these are the things that, because people don't think about when they were in the early 20s. They just focus on the very thing in front of them, which is what classes to take next semester. What should be the major that I pick? Where should I apply for internship? Right? Like I think that was my case too at 19. My furthest vision was just the bachelor. I never really thought anything outside of that. But yeah, I think this is something that you should really take time to think about because I think at the end of the day, business is not the end goal, but it's just a vehicle, and you wouldn't know if it's the best vehicle for you if you don't know where you're going first. So you should really take time to think about that question because I don't think you'll be willing to do what I did or what I'm doing for me to have the business that I am having right now. Because when there's a saying that when there's a will, there's a way. And when the why is big enough, the hand don't count. A lot of people, they told me I like business. I want to own a business. And when I asked them, hey, can you listen to this audio? It will help you to build up some mindset or learn some mindset of an entrepreneur. They say, oh, but then, this audio is too long. But when I ask them, hey, can you read this book? It will explain for you the business model that I'm doing. They're like, but I'm not a reader. When I invite them to a meeting, they're like, I already have a plan scheduled that day, that time. I'm busy. And so a lot of times I see people, they say one thing, but their actions don't match. You know why? Because they think they want it, but they don't want it bad enough. And you only want something bad enough where you will do whatever it takes, you all in for it, you die for it, is because you know exactly why you want it. There's a motivation behind for something. So maybe again, that's something that you should think about. That the question that I asked earlier, so it gives you a clearer sense of what you should do now, instead of just you going to pick a vehicle, what job, what major, right? Yeah, but I think that is something that I want to cover mainly today. And it's already late too. I think it's been a long meeting, been like an hour. If you have any question, you can always ask me or Steven. I think Steven maybe can give you if you use Facebook, my messenger, my Facebook. But I do have a podcast. It's like an hour long podcast audio. It will reinstate what I covered today. But since it's an audio, you can pause and reflect, think about it, and take notes as well. But it will help you to answer the question I asked today. And maybe after that, if you found anything resonated with you and you think this is something you want to spend more time to learn about, then maybe we can meet up again. But yeah, you have anything you want to share before we call it a night, Henry?
No, it was very insightful. Don't really have anything to share though.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Van, for meeting with
thank
Henry.
you for your time.
I know you just got back from work and you had to hop on a meeting
You're
right away.
welcome.
So thank you
Yeah,
so
it was
much.
nice meeting you today.
Yeah, it was great meeting you.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
What's up?
See you later, Steven.
See ya.
How do I leave? Oh.
Dog.